So you know how to operate a camera, but how do you make your footage actually look good? There are two major factors in composing an image: your focus and your exposure. Focus is simple enough. Just like your eyes, your camera can be adjusted to focus on things farther or closer to the lens itself. By adjusting the focus ring on the lens, you can make minute adjustments to ensure that your image is perfectly sharp. Exposure is a bit more complicated, but in simple terms, it refers to the amount of light in your image. On digital cameras, your exposure is determined by three settings: aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. These three settings work together to determine your exposure. Change one and it will affect the others. You need to understand how each one works individually in order to achieve proper exposure. The aperture is the iris of your lens. It opens or closes to let in more or less light, just like your eyes do. Aperture is measured in f-stops. f1.8 would be wide open, while f16 would be closed all the way down, letting in less light. Shutter speed refers to how long each individual frame is exposed for and is measured in fractions of a second. A faster shutter speed results in less motion blur, but also lets in less light. ISO refers to the sensitivity settings of your sensor. A higher ISO setting results in a brighter image, but also creates more noise. A lower ISO setting results in a cleaner, crisper image, at the cost of a darker exposure. This next part is going to sound technical, but bear with me. Your exposure settings combine to control the amount of light in your image, but they do not affect the colors. For accurate colors, your camera's white balance settings needs to match the color of your lights. Light color is measured in degrees of Kelvin. Lower numbers are warmer, orange and red, while higher numbers skew more towards blue. Lighting fixtures will typically be balanced to a single Kelvin measurement, from 3200 to 5600 and beyond. Your camera has white balance settings to match. Incorrect white balance settings will not only skew your image too warm or too cool, but also affect your camera's ability to correctly render skin tones. Matching your camera's white balance to the color of your lights is a good starting point, but you'll often encounter situations where you have mixed lighting and requires a custom white balance somewhere in between. So now you know how to create images that are properly exposed, in focus, and color accurate. So why don't your videos look like a Hollywood movie? You can record a bright, detailed image with any camera nowadays. And if your goal is to shoot talking heads for corporate videos, that might be enough. The camera is just one tool in a cinematographer's toolkit. Lighting, lens selection, composition, and camera movement all play equally into creating quality videos. We'll be exploring these topics and more in upcoming videos, but this should give you a solid start with working with cameras without screwing everything up. And remember, practice this stuff before you get on set. Nobody wants to be the person that ruins a take because they didn't know the basics.